Hi ladies, I'm sorry my update has taken a little bit. I just wanted to straighten some things out before I did another video and left kind of things hanging. In my last video, I let you guys know that I was pretty bummed that AF had shown up. I was feeling awesome about the month, and it just broke my heart. Anyways, it turned out to be like an emotional roller coaster a few weeks. Basically, AF arrived on Friday, and then it was like moderate flow. It was 5 days early. I really had no signs of AF beforehand, and then it stopped that night, and then it restarted the Saturday morning, and it was just kind of a really light flow. Nothing normal for my AF usually. And then on the Sunday, by Sunday, it was like just a couple brown spots throughout the day. It was really barely anything, and then it was done. So that's really strange for me because usually my periods last 5 days. I usually have a couple heavy days at least, and then kind of a moderately heavy day, and then just a couple days of spotting. So it was really strange for me. So I happened to be bringing my husband's semen analysis, or semen to get analyzed, on the Monday at my fertility clinic. So I just decided to ask the nurse what she thought. She thought that it's possible it could have been implantation bleeding, but she wasn't sure. She said implantation bleeding is really not usually red. It's usually more a pinkish color or brown color. It's not usually like the bright red blood, which is what it started at. But she said to me, she's like, because it came early and because my temperature still had not dropped, she said, the only thing you can do is don't drink, don't do anything, act like you're pregnant until you can take a test. She said take a test in 3 days. I waited 2 days and I tested. I happened to have a first response digital around and I decided just to test. And it came out no. So at that point I was like, okay, because I'd already been through the emotional roller coaster and, initially feeling sad. And then when I talked to the nurse on Monday, thinking, oh, maybe there's a little bit of hope there for me. And the fact that my temperature hadn't gone down, because they say usually if you've had your temperature above the cover line for 14 days, you're pregnant. But for some reason, I'm not really sure what, my temperature never went down. I'm wondering if maybe it had to do with a week before I had, or I guess 2 weeks before AF, practically right around the time I would have conceived, I ended up with a tooth infection. I never felt like I had a fever, and I did have a dip when I had that still, because it did confirm ovulation even when I was going through the tooth infection or whatever. I took the antibiotics, and then I had a root canal. It wasn't a bad tooth infection either. I caught it pretty early, they said. So maybe that affected my temperatures in some way, but I'm not really sure why. After, I was done antibiotics a week before AF showed up. So I don't really know. But anyways, for whatever reason, I stopped temping after I got the negative pregnancy test. I was like, no, I'm not gonna keep doing this and driving myself crazy. So I don't know if it stayed high after that. So I went from being sad to have a little bit of hope and then sad again. So we're just waiting. It should be, I was thinking either today or tomorrow that I would get the results from the semen analysis. They said it takes about a week. So excited to hear the news on that. I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but it was a lot of work to get my hubby to go and take that semen analysis. I think a lot of men, I don't know if they just, it's hard for them to understand because their bodies aren't the ones going through it. I think, so I know with my hubby, he's sweet and he's comforting, but he hates seeing me upset, so usually I end up hiding when I'm really upset about things. Or I put on a brave face for him just because I don't want him to feel bad either. As well as he just is a very positive person, and he just kind of thinks that things will happen when they're supposed to happen. And I know for probably a lot of us, when people say that, it makes you want to throw a punch at them. So I really limit my conversation, shall I say, to do with when I get really down with him about things and any of my negative thoughts, just because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear, it'll happen when it's going to happen, honey, because I don't want to punch my hubby, because I love him otherwise, but he is very naive to the TTC and infertility and all that. So I am going to actually drag him to an appointment. If you can believe it, he's never been to one of my appointments with my fertility specialist. I told him I think they think I make you up. I'm going to bring him because I booked it on a day he had a day off. So I'm going to bring him so he can get kind of, an idea. Because I told him in that appointment we're going to be making a lot of decisions with the doctor on what our next step is. I'm pretty sure it's Clomid. I don't know if, depending on his results, if they're going to recommend IUI or IVF or something. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I don't want to make those decisions alone. I have let him out of appointments just because it's mainly been about me. I went through the testing first. I thought it was me all along. And it is quite possibly me, but it might be both of us. So this cycle, I'm on cycle day 11 now, and I just decided I'm not going to temp, I'm not going to do OPKs, I'm not to take my isoflavones, I'm not going to take anything. I am just going to see what happens this month, kind of thing. And just because I think that probably next month we will do kind of some medically intervented cycles, so I'm not going to stress myself out this month. I want to just take this month to do my thing. We will still baby dance, of course, and miracles could happen. Maybe this will be our month and we won't have to take Clomid, which would be awesome. But I don't think so. I think we're going to need some medical intervention. It's been a long time of us just trying our own thing. But yeah, so that's my update. As I said, I'm really sorry that it's taken me a little while to update you guys. I just kind of wanted to get things figured out for you guys and myself. So, sorry for saying like every 2 seconds. I'm not good at this whole sit in front of a camera and talk thing. But yeah, I wish you guys good luck and baby dust, and I will update you guys, I guess, probably later in the cycle. Okay? Bye.